Cinderella starts out as a girl and her mom and dad, and the mom dies, and then the mom or the dad remarries with someone else, and the stepmom has two snobby daughters, and they don't like her, and then there's this winter ball, and she can't go because she has to do house chores and stuff, so the two stepsisters go, and then a bunch of little animals come and help her, and then a fairy godmother makes a pumpkin carriage for her, and makes a dress for her, and they go to the winter ball, and it's a mascot party, so all their faces are covered so nobody knows that she's there, and then it's almost 12 o'clock at the winter ball, so she has to run home but loses her shoe on the way, her glass shoe, and then Prince Charming found it, and then he tried finding her.
Okay, so Cinderella, my bad. Cinderella, mom dies, and then her dad remarries this evil stepmother who becomes her stepmother, and she has two girls who become her older stepsisters, and they're evil. So they always like make her do chores and like treat her badly and stuff, and then there's like this ball that comes up, and Cinderella really wants to go, and she like asks the stepmother, and she's like, no, you have all these chores to do, blah blah, and she's like, no. And so she starts doing all the chores while her sisters and her mom go to the ball, and then so she does all these chores, and then all these animals come in, and they start helping her finish the chores while she's singing, and they like make a pretty dress for her and like all this stuff for her. And then at some point, Godmother comes. Yeah, Godmother comes and makes a pumpkin into a carriage with horses, and then she goes to the ball and she meets the lovely Prince Charming, I think, and so she's hanging out with him and like likes him, and then he likes her, and then the clock strokes 12, which is when she has to be home, and I'm pretty sure it's like a masquerade ball or something, so like he can't like recognize her, and so then it's a masquerade ball, so he doesn't know who she is, and then the clock strokes 12, and so then she's like, oh my gosh, I gotta go, so she like runs home into the carriage and goes home, but she leaves her shoe behind, and the prince grabs her shoe and is like, oh my gosh, I need to find the woman who belongs to the shoe. And then eventually he finds her somehow and finds that she's a perfect match to the shoe, and something happens to the stepmother and the sisters, and she lives happily ever after with Prince Charming. The end.